It's 52 days to election 2016 in the Republic of Ghana. Politicos is on the ground. Constituency Watch is our special focus here on your election center 97.3 Citi FM and Citi TV. With me, Umaru Sanda Amadu. So today, Politicos on Citi TV headed westwards out of Accra. The constituency that bounds Greater Accra to Central Region is called Weija-Gbawe. It has about 100,000 voters. That is a constituency where two women are fiercely contesting. One of them contested in 2012. She didn't succeed. She's come back again. Now she's facing another person. Weija-Gbawe constituency is the constituency we are in on Politicos, and Obuobia Darko-Opoku is my guest on Politicos. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So as you can
see you this afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to see you. As you can see from her shirt, National Democratic Congress nominee, not candidate yet. Have you been given the go clear to become?
Obviously, since we haven't heard from the EC, we are good to go.
So you're waiting. We can just
I'm sure by 3 p.m. we'll be cleared. You
will be cleared. You will be cleared indeed, because you have contested before. So let's cut to the chase. Why Weija-Gbawe? Why do you want to represent the people of Weija-Gbawe?
I understand the issues better here because I've lived here for a very long time. Over a decade I have lived here, I've been with the people, I understand the issues, I understand the constituency. It takes somebody who understands the issues to deal with the issues, and that's why I chose to lead the people of Weija-Gbawe constituency.
So she understands the issues, that's why she wants to contest. 6,000 votes, that's what she lost by in 2012 against Rosemond Abra, the Member of Parliament, incumbent on the ticket of the NPP, who is no more going. Now, just a quick history. The NDC won this seat in 1996, retained it in 2000, lost it subsequently to the NPP, and it has not come back to the NDC since then. Obuobia is fighting now to reclaim that seat. What are the issues that will make NDC members and, to an extent, NPP members decide to vote for you to become the new Member of Parliament for this area after Rosemond Abra?
Both parties have won it for 12 years. So this one, we just simply have to make a difference. The NDC has to take it back. NDC won it for 12 years, NPP has had it for 12 years. And then now, because of the demarcation, so we have 3 constituencies in that used to be one constituency. Basically, the major problem in this constituency is infrastructural development. And I'm sure that you've heard so many times how many times it had rained and all, people are on their rooftops and people are shouting for help and asking for help and everything. So clearly, any government that has tackled that infrastructure development somewhere will touch the hearts of the people. And I think that that's exactly what has happened in the last 4 years. President John Dramani Mahama, through the Municipal Assembly, through me as a PC who did not win an elections, have been there for the people through thick and thin.
How do you do infrastructure development for a constituency when you are not legally mandated to do so? You are not a member of parliament. You
do not need to be a member of parliament. The MPP now tells us that even the members of parliament are not supposed to do infrastructure development. They are supposed to go to parliament in the morning, come home in the evening and sleep.
That's what the law says.
Yes, it doesn't matter. So I'm saying that at the end of the day, I as an individual a person, because I don't have any position so far as the constituency is concerned. My party is in power. The Municipal Assembly, the Municipal Chief Executive was appointed by His Excellency the President, can go and ask or lobby for projects for the constituency. Because at the end of the day, I live in it and I share their pain.
So you were lobbying, you were not directly funding projects?
No, obviously. You simply, no individual can fund roads, can fund drainage.
Footbridges.
Yes, but somebody simply has to go and say that the people of Weija, the people of this community need a hospital, need a ship's compound. And if government is giving out to the various constituencies, they can factor the constituency into it and then bring one to the constituency. You don't need to do it with your own money, but I'm just saying that somebody has to lead. Somebody has to tell the story of the constituency so that government will know that these people need these drainages, they need good roads, they need schools, they need good drinking water, they need healthcare facilities. Somebody has to speak out loud for government to know that these people are deprived of some project.
And you have been speaking loud, and I'm sure the Flagstaff House has heard you. So over the past 4 years, what development did you witness in
All
this
the major roads in this constituency are under construction. Some have been done already. If you talk about the CP to Awoshi main road, that road has not been constructed in 35 years. For the first time in this constituency, everybody who uses that road knows that that road, the drainages are done, they are filling it now, they're going to put the bitumen on it. Top Base Oblogo Road, done with the drainages, they are filling it, they are going to put the asphalt on it. When you go, government has announced that they are asphalting major roads in the country. Weija-Gbawe has benefited 2 of those major roads in the constituency, that i.e. the Mallam to Gbawe Chief's Palace and Oblogo to Weija Waterworks. And these are the 2 major roads in this constituencies, and they've seen asphalt.
I have seen on social media, you have been very active on there and talking about development with the community. I've been seeing you share photographs of that. What other development have you been undertaking aside road projects?
Road projects are government projects. No individual does it.
What I mean is that which other projects have you been lobbying for aside the road sector?
We have done, there are school buildings coming up. Now the president has promised that one of our communities is going to benefit from the new senior high school, day schools. So the chiefs have provided the land now. We are waiting for the contractor to come on site, and that one will also start. At the end of the day, there are personal projects that I do for the various communities. There's a community called Weija-Gbawe. They haven't had water for so many years. I'm sure that you monitored as we gave them the poly tank as a short-term intervention for them. Now, through the intervention of Ghana Water and my own intervention, as we help them with some pipes, Ghana Water has connected pipe-borne water to that village of about 2,500 people. Today, the people of Weija-Gbawe can wake up in the morning and get pipe-borne water for the very first time in the history of that community. And that is my joy. When you go to a place like the South Municipal Hospital, that community hospital serves the 3 constituencies under the South Municipal Assembly, i.e. Obuobia constituency, Botiano English from constituency, and the Weija-Gbawe constituency. That hospital cannot boast of an ambulance. So if you take a sick person who has to be referred to one of these big hospitals, i.e. 37 Kolebu, they have to be bundled into a taxi. On my birthday, I take an initiative. I talk to my friends. We buy an ambulance. We give it to the hospital. It's not a government intervention. It's a personal intervention. But at the end of the day, it's not going to serve only the people of my party, political party. It will serve the community and anybody who goes into that hospital. I have told everybody that I have come across, individuals, journalists, everything, that there's one thing that I want to be remembered for so far as this constituency is concerned. That's my passion for humanity. And I'm focused, I'm determined, and nothing will change that position of mine.
The charge against you by the opposition is that you are touting developmental projects undertaken by the Assembly, claiming them for yourself to score.
Undertaken by government.
By the Assembly.
Any project that the Assembly does comes through from the government. So government brings it down to the Assembly. But let me give them some education. I went to a community called Tetogo. Even if you're pregnant and then they need to lift you up from there when you're in labor to the municipal hospital, you can lose your baby because of bad roads, because of the delay on the road. So I got there. There's a lady who has been pregnant for, I think, almost to 10 months. She was in labor. They took her to the hospital. Before they got to the South Municipal Hospital, she had lost one of her babies. I took a position that I'm sure that you've heard that government is taking 10% of government appointees' monies to build CHIPS compounds for the various deprived communities. Took a position, went to the Flagstaff House, lobbied for one. It's going up now in that community. But before that project can go up, government has to come through the municipal assembly. Although I lobbied for it, but it has to go through the municipal assembly for the municipal engineers, the chief executive, to be sure of the land that is going to, the project is going to be situated on and how it is going to come up. So at the end of the day, if you sit there in that community and see the municipal engineer come up 1 or 2 times just to inspect the project, would think that it's a municipal project. It's not a municipal project, but anything that comes through the constituency, even if you buy a land and you decide to develop it in this constituency, you need to take a permit from the municipal assembly. That's the education that the opposition needs. In any case, if Obuobia campaigns with the projects of the municipal assembly and touts it as an achievement, I do that because President John Dramani Mahama is NDC. The municipal chief executive was appointed by President John Dramani Mahama. Obuobia is the NDC candidate. It's all one.
So you are drinking from the...
Thank you very much.
Obuobia Darko-Opoku is our guest on Politicos here on Citi TV with me, Umaru Sanda Amadu. We are in the Weija-Gbawe constituency. In your submission, you repeatedly talk about access to the Flagstaff House. You have lobbied the Flagstaff House and they've brought this and that. You are currently working also as a deputy chief at the Ghana Free Zones Board. There are a number of other parliamentary candidates of the NDC who are not privileged enough to be working in government or appointed by the president. Would you say that your appointment to Ghana Free Zones Board is helping you rather greatly in this constituency against your competitors in other constituencies?
That's not the point. The point is that the NDC is in power. I am NDC. My colleagues are appointed in various positions. So if I'm able to go to one ministry or the other, or to the Flagstaff House, where I know that at the end of the day, the chips compound are going to other constituencies, why don't I also lobby for my people to get one? It's not about abuse of incumbency or abuse of position or abuse of anything. It doesn't have to take you to be a chief executive or a deputy chief executive to talk to somebody. It is how you are able to appeal to the person to get one of those projects into your constituency. At the end of the day, when that chips compound goes up, it doesn't go up and then it's meant for only NDC supporters. It goes up and everybody in that community will benefit from it. But does it really matter what it took to bring it there?
The issue, Obuobia, is that you have unfettered access to the Flagstaff House, where the parliamentary candidate on the ticket of the NDC for Gusau in the northern region, for instance, does not have that.
But the Gusau still can benefit from the chief's compound.
But he
Ada, all the other communities that have benefited from the chief's compound, doesn't mean that they have unfettered access to the Flagstaff House. The project is going to deprived communities. So far as you can tap into it and explain enough and they come and inspect and know that that community is deprived and then they could do with a chips compound, it will be situated. It doesn't have to be Obuobia. It doesn't have to be for a PC from Gusau or whatever. It depends on what the monitoring team finds out when they come to inspect the community and make a decision whether to put one there or not.
I get a sense that if you are elected as Member of Parliament for this area, you will not limit your responsibilities to the making of laws in the August House in Parliament. You rather
I don't believe in that position.
You'll be engaged more in developmental projects.
I don't believe in that position. When I hear my colleagues, PCs from the other side, talk about why we have voted for a Member of Parliament and have not seen her on the ground for 4 years, and they will tell you that MPs don't construct data, MPs don't lobby for these things, what they are supposed to be doing is to make laws. I am sure that I will be different. The people are the ones who voted for you. You have to be there for them. If they are not there in 4 years, who is going to vote for you when you want a second term or a third term? So I don't believe in the fact that people simply think that the moment you win and you go into Parliament, all you're supposed to do in the morning is to move your 4x4, go to Parliament, come to bed in the evening, and anything that transpires in the constituency, whether flooding, whether there's fire, whether somebody is dying, there's a disaster, no matter what it is, all you do is that because you are making laws in Parliament, that's it.
But that's a responsibility. That's what the Constitution says.
That's what I'm saying. That's in the constituency, but that one we can add to it, and that's what I will add to it. It doesn't have to be in the Constitution. I want to be that kind of a Member of Parliament, and I know that when the people eventually vote for me as a Member of Parliament for this constituency, that is what they will see. And
I know you are lobbying, so Obuobia Darko-Opoku is the one who is lobbying for members of the constituency, Weija-Gbawe, to vote for her to become MP. But before you become MP, you need to punch someone hard in the face. She's called Tina Mensah. She is the NPP's candidate. She is tough on the ground. In 2012, you lost by some 6,000 votes. NPP clearly is strong on the ground. How are you going to defeat Tina?
NPP is strong on the ground. NPP has held this constituency for 12 years. What does the NPP have to show that these people have shown them that much love for the past 12 years? Nothing. Zilch. So at the end of the day, if somebody is in love with you and every now and then what you do is to get the person's vote and go away for 4 years and come back and say that because my government is in power, is not in power, so I couldn't do anything, and then the member of parliament who won has been weak, so we have changed the member of parliament, we've brought a new person. Every 4 years, is that how they're going to treat the people? No. It doesn't have to take your government only in power for you to develop a constituency if you really have humanity at heart.
So the verdict is poor on the ticket of the NPP, you think?
They can speak for themselves. I don't speak for them. I surely will use that time to tout what I will be able to do for my constituency.
What margin are you expecting to win by?
I don't talk about margins. I don't talk about figures. I see that they are throwing all sorts of figures around. I am not. But I know that on the 7th of December 2016, this constituency will change hands to the NDC, and the people of this constituency will know that there's a difference with a member of parliament who goes to parliament and comes to bed. And there's one that will be there for them through thick and thin. And that candidate will be Obuobia Darko-Opoku.
So she has introduced herself. She was my guest on Politicos on Citi TV. Weija-Gbawe is the constituency to watch. Constituency watch on your election center, Citi TV, 97.3 Citi FM is the station. And my name is Umaru Sanda Amadu. Do catch us same time next week, because you never know. We might be just in your constituency asking your aspiring member of parliament the right questions and soliciting for the right answers. Have a pleasant weekend.